Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And I am currently on day 8 of the hotel quarantine out of the 10 days that was mandated by the government prior to the passing of the new resolution last 8th of October. So my name is Feds. I came from Norway, and since I arrived here on the 4th of October, and on the 8th of October, the resolution was passed to shorten the quarantine period instead of the normal 10 days. For the vaccinated people from yellow listed countries, it's now been shortened to just 5 to 6 days. But since I arrived here on the 4th of October, I was still part of the old or the default vaccination protocol. I mean, the quarantine protocol. So, yeah, that leaves me having my second swab test or RT-PCR test on day 7, which was yesterday. But the good news of that is instead of waiting until the 9th day to get my results of the RT-PCR test, the result of the second swab, I got it today on day 8 instead of day 9. So it's something to, be positive about because compared to the normal expectation of 10 days, at least for those who are in a hurry, they can already check out of the hotel after day 8. So, or in the afternoon of day 8, because we got the result on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on day 8. So yeah, it's quite good news in a way, because my expectations have been set already, like, okay, I have to stay here for 10 days since I didn't have a swab test on day 5. They did it on day 7. But the Bureau Quarantine did themselves a good service by giving us the result right away, because honestly, if even in Norway where I lived, when I do the RT-PCR test in the morning, the results is already in. The results are already in the evening. So if I do my RT-PCR test in the late afternoon, the results will come the next day. So like in this case, the results came the next day, which is something to, it's something that the BOQ have improved as compared to their previous performance in a way, the swabbing that takes 2 days before they release the results. So yeah, anyway, the results was negative, so it's here. I received it in my email, so that's why it's important when you register your entry to the airport where you are going to disembark in the Philippines, whether it's in Cebu, in Mactan, Cebu, or in Naiya, or in Clark. You should put in the correct email address, not your husband, not your mother's, your sister's. It's best that it's your own email address because they send it directly, and not in BOQ One Health Pass, but here in the email. So what's inside this one, if you can see, but it's too bright. So let me just give you a brief what is contained in the attachment. It's from Department of Health, Central Visayas Center for Health Development. So it's like a reference laboratory for COVID-19 testing. So it indicated my full name, my birthday, my age, and the final result / interpretation. It says here, SARS-CoV-2 viral RNA not detected. So negative for SARS-CoV-2. And then on the second page is a medical certificate coming from the Department of Health and the Bureau of Quarantine. So it says here, this is to certify that the bearer, my name, with residence, my address, has tested negative for SARS-CoV-2 as reflected in the RT-PCR test result done by DOH on October 11. That was yesterday. So this is what I would need to attach in my entry to the final destination, which is in my case Tacloban City, because in the baliktacloban.tacloban.gov.ph they required me to attach, if I registered as an ROF or returning overseas Filipino, I would have to attach this negative result of the RT-PCR test, which should be done in 48 and I think 72 up to 72 hours. So that's it. And but the website of me registering for my entry in Tacloban is only open from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. So I received the result from my registration yesterday in Balik Tacloban. I received the result denied at 4:31 in the afternoon today. So when I saw it, because I went outside, of course, after learning that I'm out of quarantine, I want to go out, right? So I went outside for an hour, and then when I came back, I received the news that I got denied to enter Tacloban. So I will have to submit all over again as early as 8 in the morning tomorrow because my flight will be 2 days from now on Thursday. That would be at 8 in the morning. So I really have to submit it tomorrow or Wednesday at 8 in the morning. So aside from that, I have been receiving a lot of questions and comments from other would-be travelers, especially those who are based in Europe, because they have messaged me that they are part of this particular group, like a stranded OFWs or stranded overseas Filipinos, and then some of them they presented their COVID certificate that's EU with the QR code. However, it was not accepted. It was not recognized in their place where they would enter or place where they would be destined. So I heard even from one person, she's based in Norway. She's planning to travel on December. She said that when she I'm not sure if it's her or someone else from the said group, the private group that were stranded. They submitted their EU certificate, which indicated that they're fully vaccinated. However, here in the Philippines, they don't recognize it because in the Philippines, they only recognize an ICV. So ICV is like a vaccination certificate if you were vaccinated in the Philippines. So it's like here, ICV. Yeah, the details are here. www.icv.boq.ph. So I was vaccinated in the Philippines. Yes, you can acquire the ICV from Bureau of Quarantine. There's a fee for requesting for that form. It costs 300 pesos plus 70 pesos convenience fee. So total of 370. But if you're vaccinated first dose abroad and then the second dose in the Philippines, you cannot get it. You cannot get the ICV. If you've been vaccinated abroad, you also could not get it. So in short, for us who are coming from abroad, especially from Europe, our only proof that we're fully vaccinated is the EU certificate. And that EU certificate is accepted in Europe. I mean, I went to Poland. They accepted my QR code from the EU cert. I had a layover in Denmark, and I checked in Singapore Airlines because they required that I have a negative test result of my 48-hour prior PCR test. So they scanned my QR code, they checked, they accepted it in Denmark for the Singapore Airlines flight going to Singapore and then eventually to the Philippines. So it's a puzzle for me if they would not accept the EU certificate because it's recognized or accredited by the World Health Organization. So maybe there's still some loophole in the systems in registering here in the Philippines. But I also did that. I submitted my EU cert in the Balik Tacloban website, and then they sent me an email the next day that I got denied because they don't recognize my EU cert. It has to be an RT-PCR test. So like, okay, I would have to submit 24 hours before my flight and just hope that they would give me a feedback in less than 24 hours because it would be my flight by 24 hours. So I would know how things would go. I will do things the best of my ability tomorrow, registering in Balik Tacloban and see how things go. So I know it's a challenge for those who are planning to come here to the Philippines and they want to show their full vaccination cert, only to be denied or to be withheld the 5-day quarantine period just because the systems here couldn't read the vaccine cert of EU. So, well, let's see. I don't have the information right now. I don't have the solution for that right now because I'm just taking things one step at a time. So, yeah, but we would know, and I would let you know on my day 9 of my video of this vlog. about the quarantine process. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless you all. Bye.